guys, how's everyone doing today? So I just filmed a video about my new glowy skincare routine for um, winter time or for aging skin, things like that. But now, while I still have that makeup on, I am going to do an eye tutorial. So what I want to do is the two palettes I'm going to be using for this eye tutorial is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette and the Alamar Cosmetics palette right here. Since it's been so nasty out, I kind of wanted to do like a sunset eye because, you know, I'm kind of nostalgic and can't wait for summer to come back. So for this, I'm going to start with the Jaclyn Hill palette, the mini one. This is the Armed and Gorgeous. I've showed you guys 100 times. You're probably sick of seeing it, but it has the yellows and oranges I want in it. And then the Alamar has a deeper orange to a red shade I'm going to use. But I am going to zoom these in real quick a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to start with the shade Access right here. I'm going to bring this as the first transition shade high up on my eye. I'm not going to use too much of it because I only want it to be a transition and just to barely peek out from behind the orange and the reddish colors. Alright, so, I mean, you guys can't see it too well on camera, but it's there and it's there as much as I want it to be. I'm going to use this is actually a shader brush, but it has a nice fluff to the tip of it and it'll get right into the crease really well. So I'm going to go into the shade Agent right here. And I'm just putting that on the very tip of the brush. You can see it right there. And I'm going to bring this directly into my crease, because I am going to be doing a cut crease. So I kind of want to make this as my lining for the cut crease because it makes it easier for me. I'm bringing it out, like I bring it out and up. That's how I always do it whenever I'm doing like a full cut crease in any way. I rarely ever do a full cut crease. Normally I do like half or a halo. But I want to do something that's a little simple. There we go. So that's in there like that. I'm going to blend that up a little bit with my regular brush. This is the first brush I used. I just want to bring the color up a little bit more. And make sure it's all blended. There we go. I wish you guys can see it better on camera. Anyway, I'm going to go into the Alamar palette and I'm going to use the shade Tropico. Oh, sorry. Right there. And again, I'm just going to use it on the very tip of this brush. And I'm going to stamp it where I want it because it's a very, very pigmented shade. There, I'm sure you can see a little better now. Alright. I would normally do my eyes first when I'm doing this because I don't want it to bleed into my makeup, but I am wearing almost all cream products today, so if I have to, I can pat over it with some powder and it won't really make much of a difference. Like I said, I'm just tapping it into place here where I want it for the cut crease. This is very simple. Anybody could do it. It's nothing like too dramatic. See, there you go. You can see the shades there. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very thin concealer. Like I like the NYX HD concealer for my eyes the most. And I'm going to take a flat top brush, put the concealer on the back of my hand. I'm not using too much. You can see it right there. It's like a little clump. One swipe of the brush. So I need a mirror for this. And I'm just going to tap that over the lid where I want it, just to make sure it's nice and cut out. I'm using a very tiny brush for this because I find it to be easier for me. Sometimes I need a bigger brush. It depends on what I'm doing. But for this look specifically, I don't want to keep switching back and forth between 100 different brushes. So I'm just going to use the little one to cut the crease. The little one helps me when I get to the outer edge, because I am going to cut it up to where I brought the shadow out to, the reddish orange color. And there, you can see what I did with it right there. I'm just making sure the line's good. I'm going to do the other eye off camera real quick. Right, so now I'm going to do to this eye what I just did to the other one. You didn't see me do the concealer on this one. You saw me doing it on that one. It was kind of pointless to show it on both because you've seen somebody cut a crease before. Now I'm going to tap back into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to use the shade Agent up here again, and I'm just going to blend the red color to the cut crease. And it just helps, like if you make a mistake when you are cutting the crease and you bring the concealer up too high, this will help fade it out and blend it back down, which makes my life so much easier. Alright, so that's basically it with that. Then I'm just going to get a flat shader brush, like this one here. I'm going to go into the Maybelline Master Chrome in the golden shade. I only have half of it in there because I've told you this before, I made an eyeshadow out of half of this. And I'm just going to tap this over top of the concealer. You don't have to use this. You can use the gold that's in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm actually going to do one eye of each so you can see it's the exact same color. There's not much of a difference in the color at all. And with Maybelline Master Chrome, this is a very, very golden highlight, so that's why I use it for this, because I want that gold to stand out a little bit. But I don't really have to coat it in a setting spray or anything like that. So there's one done with Maybelline Master Chrome, and then I'm going to dip into the shade Guilt Trip right here, right there in the Jaclyn Hill palette, which, like I said, is the exact same color. Just use the other side of the brush. It's just about the same color. It's not that much of a difference. This one just has a little more of a yellow look to it, but I mean, you could see it's just about the same. Alright, so you can see that's the look that I was going for today. I am going to use that same Maybelline Master Chrome for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight, but I have to go off camera and do my brows real quick, so I'll be right back. Now my brows are done, my eyes are done. I'm going to use the Master Chrome here for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight. For me, it's just a quick look that I do it once in a while, especially when it's all gloomy outside and, you know, can't wait for the summer. There we go. And then if I really want to be matchy-matchy, I'll take a little bit and I will tap it here, here, on my Cupid's bow. And that's about it. So, I mean, that's a quick eye look. I didn't do my mascara or my liner yet. I will use a dark brown liner. And then because I've said this already, but I burn off almost all my eyelashes here trying to light a candle. So I do have to apply false lashes. I could do that on camera for you if you just want. I really don't like to do it on camera because sometimes it takes me a little while. But I'll attempt it for you today. I'm going to be using this brown liner here just for my waterline. And I'm not going to be using any crazy lashes because honestly I don't like using crazy lashes. I'm older and I don't feel like they look as good on me as they would somebody who's 19, 20 years old. So get the liner on. I'm going to put on my upper waterline a little bit also. The lashes I'm using, I don't need to do like any kind of liner on top of my eye. The lash band goes, you know, smoothly with my eyes. I'm using the Baddington lashes that we got from BoxyCharm. I have them cut pretty small. Right there you can see. I use my Duo Lash Glue here. And to apply my glue, I use a little silicone brush, if I can find it. I don't want to kill your ears going through my brushes. There it is. So I use this little silicone brush right here. That's the top. It's a Real Techniques brush, and I think it's actually an eyeliner brush. I don't really... Yeah, silicone liner brush, it says. But I just put some lash glue in the back of my hand. Like that. And then pick up the lash. And I always feel it's easier for me if I put the mascara on after I put the lashes on, because I don't want to be fighting through stiff lashes to try to get these on. I already have a hard enough time as it is. There we go. Lash glue's on that one. And I kind of just set them down and wait while like I'm putting lash glue on this one. I'm just going to set that one down on top of the box. What's funny is when I did get these lashes, I got 2 left lashes. And I actually had to make them work for me. Like I had to cut the front of the lash down to make it smaller to make it a right and a left lash. But I didn't really complain about it. I don't wear lashes much, so I didn't even notice it until I had to wear lashes. And I actually wore these for New Year's Eve. Even though I sat at home with my family, I still wanted to look nice. So I'm going to let that dry for a second. Wipe all the extra lash glue off my hand so I don't have dried up chunks on my hand. Like I said, I'll do mascara next after I do the lashes. And more than likely I'll just use whatever mascara I find in front of me. So, left eye. I just set it on there like that. Press the back in. And then I will push the front down with my tweezers. So once it's in place, after, because it's standing up that way, I push it down. And just make sure it's on my lash line and not so much up my eye. Like you can see the front of it is right there. And there we go. One lash on. Kind of looks a little bit crazy at first. But like I said, this isn't a big lash band. So it's not really that big of a deal. I have to add a little more glue to the other one because I kind of let it dry up too much. Like I said, it's hard to figure out which ones are which because I had to cut this one to fit my right eye. And then I'll put this one in place here. And then push down the front like I did in the other one, which I wouldn't have to do because these lashes actually fit my eyes very well because I cut them nice and short. And then I'll squeeze it together with my regular lashes to make sure that it's totally in place. There we go. And you can see, I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. If I feel like I have to, I will add a little bit of black to the front of my eye, which I really don't think I have to today. And for mascara, what am I going to use? Alright, I'm going to use my Soap and Glory mascara, because it's right here. And all I'm going to do is kind of push my natural lash into the fake lash. Like this. I don't want to coat the fake lashes too much in the mascara and ruin them. And then I make sure, since these don't come in that far, I make sure I coat my first few lashes in the mascara to make sure that it looks all even. And then you can't see where the fake lashes end and my real lashes start. Like that. Like I said, I don't use lashes often. I really don't like using lashes, but right now I kind of have to. So for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stepping Out. Yeah, Stepping Out. And I would normally line my lips with the NYX lip liner with it, but I really don't have to because it has such a nice tip on the applicator. And I did prep my lips ahead of time with, like, I used the Wet n Wild exfoliator, and then I used the e.l.f. lip plumper that I have, and then I also used a plumping gloss because I have very tiny lips and there's no point to me wearing lipstick and showing you guys if you can't see my lips. So with this and the e.l.f. lip plumper, works amazing on my lips, and I actually look like I have some for video. And there we go. There's the lipstick. And yeah, so this is my sunset eye look, with lashes though, because I don't have any, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.